Good morning, students. Welcome back to the learning of English. As you know, we have already begun with our terminal exam revision. Today, I'll be taking up the topic from the Real English course book, The Fox and the Grapes, chapter number 4. So we will quickly recap the fable, The Fox and the Grapes.
4. The Fox and the Grapes. One summer's day, a fox was passing through an orchard, faint he was and hungry too, when suddenly his keen eye chanced to fall upon a bunch of grapes upon the wall. "Ah, just the thing," he said. "Who could resist it?" He eyed the purple cluster, jumped and missed it. "Ahem," he coughed, "I'll take more careful aim." And he sprang again. Results were much the same, although his leaps were desperate and high. At length he paused to wipe a tearful eye and shrug a shoulder. "I'm not dry, and lunch is bound to come within the hour. Besides," he said, "I'm sure those grapes are sour."
I hope that was a quick recap. You saw the animated video and you were able to relate to what we had learned about this poem. I have put up a mind map, and on this mind map I have written few important questions about the poem. What is the name of the poem? What kind of poem is this? Who is the main character of the poem? What did he want? How did he try to get it? And at the end, what did he do? Answering these questions will give you a quick summary or a recap, or in a nutshell, what the poem is about. So, let us take a quick look at the revision summary of the poem. It will answer all the questions that we saw in the mind map. The poem The Fox and the Grapes is written by Joseph Lauren. The poem The Fox and the Grapes is one of the most famous fable. A fable is usually a story, but the poet Joseph Lauren has written it in a form of a poem. The poem is of 13 lines. The main character of the poem is the fox. The prop in the poem is the bunch of grapes. So the poem is about a fox and the bunch of grapes. On a summer day, a hungry fox was walking in the forest. He was tired, and due to hunger, he was feeling too weak. As he was walking, he reached an orchard. The place was full of grapefruit trees. So it was basically a vineyard where you can see lots of grapes, creepers everywhere. His eyes sparkled when he saw delicious bunch of grapes hanging upon the wall. Now they are usually creepers, so grapes hang everywhere. So there was one such grape hanging on the wall. The grapes were beautiful purple colored. As he was too hungry, the grapes looked even more tempting to him. So he thought to himself that food is what he wanted, as he was hungry, and these grapes looked delicious. He was not able to stop himself from eating those grapes. So he jumped and jumped again to get the high-reached grapes, but he missed it. So he jumped and jumped again to get the high-reached grapes, but he missed it. He started coughing and thought to try once more. This time, he took a careful aim at the grapes. He sprang again and again, but he was not able to reach the grapes. His jumps were very high, and he kept on trying. But he failed in all his attempts. And at last, he stood tired and just stared at the grapes. He was sweating, and tears rolled down his eyes. He knew that now he will not be able to reach those delicious grapes. So he gave up. As he was unable to get what he wanted, he consoled himself and said that he will surely find some lunch within an hour. Now, the last line tells us about the moral of the poem. The fox had the desire to get the grapes, but because he was unable to get it, he started hating the grapes. And so he said that the grapes are sour. I hope you recalled the fable poem once again, and now you remember what the poem is about exactly. So these are the revision questions in front of you. I want you to solve them in the rough book so that you have a practice of writing as well as memorizing, and you can see how many answers you knew. So let us go through the questions first. Question 1. State whether the statements are true or false. A. The fox saw a rabbit while passing from an orchard. B. Finally, he decided to give up trying to pluck the grapes. C. The poem is a short story about fox and the grapes. D. The fox was going to get food in some time from his friends? E. It was summer's day when the fox saw a bunch of grapes. Question 2. Choose the correct option. You have questions and 4 options for each. You have to choose the correct answer. Number 1. He wiped his tearful eye because. Your options are A. He was too happy to see the grapes. B. He did not get the grapes. C. He forgot his way back. D. He saw another fox. You have to choose the correct answer. Number 2. The results were much the same because. Your options are A. The fox could not reach the grapes. B. The fox ate all the grapes himself. C. The fox was able to reach the bunch of grapes. D. The fox kept on jumping. Number 3. The leaps were desperate and high because the fox was. Your options are A. Not able to stand at one place. B. Hungry and the grapes were not too high. C. Extremely hungry and the grapes were very tempting. D. Neither hungry nor fond of eating grapes. You have to choose the correct answer. Number 4. The purple cluster means. Your options are A. The purple stream. B. The purple colored grapes. C. The purple colored berries. And D. The purple sky. Number 5. By saying the grapes were sour, the fox meant A. That he was not interested in eating them anyway. B. The grapes were too sour to eat. C. That the grapes were dirty. D. That the grapes were beyond his reach and he did not want to admit the defeat. Think and choose the correct answer. Question 3. Answer the following questions. Now these are subjective questions, so you have to answer each of them in a proper sentence formation. I don't want one-word answers nor just phrases. You have to write complete sentence. Question 1. Why was the fox feeling faint? Question 2. Where was he passing from? Question 3. What did he spot? Question 4. How did he get at it? Question 5. Name the poet of the poem. Question 6. How did he try to comfort himself? Question 4. Give the meanings of the following words. Number 1. Orchard. Number 2. Paint. Number 3. Resist. Number 4. Cluster. Number 5. Desperate. Number 6. Shrug a shoulder. Let us look at the answers. Your first question was regarding true and false. Number A. The fox saw a rabbit while passing from an orchard. False. Answer B. Finally, he decided to give up trying to pluck the grapes. True. Answer C. The poem is a story about fox and the grapes. False. Answer D. The fox was going to get food in some time from his friend. False. Answer E. It was summer's day when the fox saw a bunch of grapes. True. Question 2 was choose the correct option. Sentence 1. He wiped his tearful eye because. Answer is B. He did not get the grapes. Answer 2. The results were much the same because A. The fox could not reach the grapes. Answer 3. The leaps were desperate and high because the fox was C. Extremely hungry and the grapes were very tempting. Sentence 4. The purple cluster means B. The purple colored grapes. Answer 5. By saying the grapes were sour, the fox meant D. That the grapes were beyond his reach and he did not want to admit the defeat. Question 3 was answer the following questions. Let us look at the answers. Answer 1. Why was the fox feeling faint? The fox was feeling faint because it was summer and he was feeling hungry. Answer 2. Where was he passing from? He was passing through an orchard. Answer 3. What did he spot? he spotted a bunch of grapes. Answer 4. How did he get at it? He tried to get it by jumping again and again. Answer 5. Name the poet of the poem. The poet is Joseph Lauren. Answer 6. How did he try to comfort himself? He tried to comfort himself with the thought that he was going to get lunch in an hour's time and that the grapes are sour. Question 4 was, give the meanings of the following words. The first meaning, orchard, a place where fruit trees are grown. Second meaning, faint, is weak. Resist, control oneself. Cluster, bunch. Desperate, wanting something very much. Shrug a shoulder, raise and drop shoulders to show that you don't know or care about something. So, that was your terminal revision video about the fox and the grapes. I hope the video was very informative and you solved your question answers in your rough book. Thank you for watching the video. You can subscribe to my channel on YouTube and follow the playlist to watch all the videos again and again. Keep learning and best of luck for your terminals.